Finally, a company is starting to hold manufacturers accountable for the motorhomes they're putting out in the market. This is a really important video. This is, I think, game-changing, groundbreaking. It's the first time that a major dealer is making things public, holding manufacturers accountable. Before we get into this video, guys, just take a minute, make sure you subscribe, notification bell's on. A lot of our subscribers have been unknowingly unsubscribed. So you want to see our latest videos, just take a second and go look back.
Let's dig right in. This comes from RVtravel.com and it is dated September 21st, 2024. And the title is Survey Ranks New RVs by Number of Defects. National Indoor RV Centers, you know them as NIRVC, just shared its in-house defects per unit, DPU, report by manufacturer for Class A, B, C, and Super C on its website. Pretty much what this is a report card for manufacturers.
And this is just the beginning. Now, we have met Brett Davis several times. The first time was probably over 2 years ago. He was talking about this. This was in the making. This database that they have in-house. Whenever they get a coach coming in, they go through a complete PDI and they maintain the defects that are found. And they've been doing this for years.
If you're new to RVing, PDI stands for pre-delivery inspection.
By doing this, they've been able to make a database on several different things. The DPU is just going to be the first thing that they're going to be releasing. This is the first time it's on their website. So if you go to NIRVC's website, you'll be able to see it on there. And they break it down to, this is strictly for the PDI for now, it's broken down to minor issues, medium issues, and then major issues.
So their PDI process is set up the same at every one of their dealerships. It's consistent all the way across. So according to Brett Davis, who is NIRVC's founder, quote, any single repair taking a half an hour or less to repair is considered a minor defect, as he mentioned the breakdown. Any single repair between 0.51 and 1.99 hours to repair is considered a medium defect. Any single defect requiring over 2 hours to repair is being counted as a major defect, and a defect we believe should have been caught by the factory before shipping the unit to us. Our breakdown resembles the typical bell curve, with 20% of the defects being minor, 70% being medium defects, and 10% being major defects.
Now, when we first visited the Las Vegas location, we witnessed this PDI. Now, we weren't there and they were set up to show us the PDI. We were just walking through the area and I asked them, like, oh, what's going on over there? Because I saw somebody, there was tape all over the RV. I'm like, what is this? They're like, oh, that's our PDI process. Every piece of tape is a defect that they found. And there was quite a few things they were checking. Yeah. So this is good to know. Are they going to catch everything?
No.
Probably not.
No,
I don't think they're spending 8 to 12 hours on an inspection. You will hire a third-party inspector, which they encourage. But it's a very in-depth PDI that they're doing.
That's something very impressive. When we were out there in Vegas a few years ago, we spoke to Brett and we asked him, do you encourage third-party inspections? And
absolutely.
A lot of them don't, but he definitely said 100% he does.
Well, because he's an RVer, so he knows these things have issues. And the other thing was, they don't want to get these, they don't want to be the last person on the line, per se. Something that should have been caught at the factory, now it's being dealt with. That holds up a lot of resources and also frustrates customers. So sharing the DPUs public on the website is really, again, holding the manufacturers accountable. I believe on there you have, these are not all of them, there's Winnebago, Newmar, Tiffin, American Coach, Fleetwood, Gretsch, Holiday Rambler, and there may be some other ones, maybe Integra Coach, Jayco. That's a pretty significant amount of motorhomes out there. So again, that's all publicly available and you can go in and you can decide. This is going to be the first of 3 reports that are going to be posted on their website in the near future.
The next will be warranty ratings for chassis, motorhome factory warranty, and the biggest of all, he said, is the extended service plan. So this is going to report on the customer service after the sale.
Yeah, I remember talking to him about this also. And again, that's one of the biggest complaints from customers is that process, right? You have a problem and now you bring it to the dealership and the dealership kind of is handcuffed because they have to diagnose it and then go to the manufacturer, and the manufacturer, it's a whole thing. They're gonna make this transparent. This is where we were in the step. This is how long it took whatever company to respond. That's going to be publicly available before you buy your RV.
And Mr. Davis also said, finally, our historical database, 12,000 plus of the used coaches NIRVC has sold and what the NADA book value was in the day of sale will help customers understand the true cost of ownership by manufacturer, which ones hold their value and which ones decline.
Another really
rapidly.
important one, you see very clear if you go on the used, you'll see 2 motorhomes similar priced when they were new. 3 years later, one's valued at much more than the other one. So that's important to know, especially if you're new to RVing. So what is the response from the industry? A couple of responses on here.
I think this one is going to surprise a lot of people, and it has to do with Tiffin. So how Tiffin responded. After we received our first Tiffin units last November, performed our PDIs, and filed our first warranty claims, I received a call. It's Mr. Davis. I received a call from Lee Tiffin. Lee wanted to know if I would be willing to send one of our PDI teams to Red Bay to randomly perform a PDI on any unit of our choosing in front of his production team. I had never received such a request before, and we've been sharing our DPU reports with manufacturers since June of 2020. Naturally, I jumped at the opportunity and sent our PDI team out of Nashville to Red Bay. They were inspecting and answering questions from Lee's team for a full day. From my vantage point, Lee takes defects very seriously and has certainly proven to be the case in the numbers we collect and track for Tiffin since then.
So that's good to know. We just came back from the Hershey RV show. We saw a little bit different.
And you're definitely going to want to make sure you're subscribed because we did do a full video discussing RV quality, and we walked on a lot of different motorhomes, and we pointed out some things that were a little disappointing.
Blatantly obvious,
Yeah.
not really looking too much. We want you to say, what do you think about this? I don't know of any other dealership that's doing this. Such a major dealership. NIRVC is a major dealership with motorhomes, and if they start holding manufacturers accountable, hopefully other dealerships start to follow. Now customers have power.
And now people will have access to information that they may not have with other dealers.
This is going to allow you, the customer, to make a better decision, hopefully, especially when you're spending a lot of money on a motorhome. You want that information. So again, we want your feedback, guys. Put it down below. If you like videos like this to the left of us, we'll put our RV news playlist, we'll put our RV tours playlist, and for myself and MJ, it's a journey of a lifetime, and we'll see you on the road.